André Rieu, celebrated as the king of the waltz, is known for bringing classical music closer to audiences worldwide. With unmatched talent and charisma, he transformed each performance into an experience that touched hearts beyond mere technical mastery. His mission has always been to make music accessible, bridging the gap between the grandeur of classical compositions and the everyday listener. Yet behind this shining career lies a journey of struggle, perseverance, and deeply personal challenges. This story uncovers the human side of a global icon, the illnesses, losses, and family bonds that shaped his life. It is a tale of triumphs and trials, illustrating how resilience, love, and passion can turn adversity into inspiration, leaving a lasting impact on audiences everywhere. André's journey reminds us that every note carries a story beyond the music itself. Sudden disappearance and initial shock. At the peak of his career, André Rieu disappeared from the stage, leaving fans and colleagues bewildered. Rumors swirled about illness and personal struggles, but no clear answers emerged. This absence shocked the world, as the man known for tireless dedication and brilliance seemed to vanish without warning. Audiences were left wondering about the circumstances behind this sudden pause in a career marked by constant acclaim. The moment highlighted the fragility behind even the most successful lives, revealing that fame and talent cannot shield one from unforeseen challenges. André's disappearance was not just a personal crisis, but a public one, impacting fans, orchestra members, and the wider music community. It underscored that behind the glamour of performance lies a very human reality of vulnerability and uncertainty. Health crisis and inner ear virus. In 2010, André faced a serious health crisis when a virus attacked his vestibular nerve, essential for balance. For a violinist, this condition was devastating, as it made maintaining posture and movement almost impossible. His once precise and confident presence on stage was replaced by dizziness and disorientation. Tours were canceled and countless performances were halted, shaking not only his career but his sense of identity. The illness became a turning point, forcing him to confront limitations he had never previously experienced. Recovery was slow and conventional medical treatments offered little relief. This period was both physically and mentally challenging, highlighting the fragility of even the most extraordinary talent. André's struggle reminds us that artistry often demands both physical endurance and resilience in the face of unpredictable challenges. A fan's letter and gradual recovery. Amid despair, a letter from a fan in Australia offered hope. The fan shared their own recovery through vestibular exercises, inspiring André to try unconventional methods. Gradually, his balance began to improve, and the spinning sensation that had dominated his life started to fade. Recovery was painstaking, requiring patience, persistence, and faith in methods beyond traditional medicine. Each small improvement was a victory, marking the slow return of both his physical stability and his confidence. This journey reinforced the importance of support, guidance, and community in overcoming personal crises. It also showcased André's determination and resilience. After months away from the stage, he was finally able to stand firmly again, though still cautiously. The world witnessed not just a comeback, but the triumph of human perseverance over seemingly insurmountable odds. Emotional struggles and loss. Even after physical recovery, André faced profound emotional challenges. In 2016, his longtime trombonist and close friend, Ruard Merckx, passed away suddenly. The loss was devastating, leaving André and the orchestra in deep grief. The emotional impact forced the cancellation of multiple performances and reminded everyone that the trials of life extend beyond illness. This period emphasized that success and acclaim do not shield individuals from the pain of losing loved ones. André's response was deeply human, revealing vulnerability behind the public persona. Despite his grief, he eventually returned to the stage, showing resilience while honoring the memory of those he had lost. The experience shaped his approach to performance, emphasizing balance, compassion, and emotional authenticity in every concert. Continued health challenges and touring adjustments. André's health continued to influence his career. Illnesses, exhaustion, and environmental factors often disrupted performances, such as during tours in Mexico City where altitude and time changes worsened his condition. Over time, it became clear that maintaining stamina for global tours required careful planning and prioritization of health. Tours were gradually shortened and schedules were adjusted to reduce strain. These changes reflected a shift in focus from relentless ambition to sustainable artistry. André's performances remained engaging, but now incorporated gentler pieces, slower waltzes, and thoughtful pacing. The adjustments allowed him to maintain high-quality performances without compromising his health, showing that adaptation can coexist with excellence. His journey illustrates the delicate balance between professional dedication and personal well-being. Pierre Rieu's role and family support. André's son, Pierre Rieu, became a pivotal figure in his career. Beyond managing logistics, he actively ensured his father's health and safety during tours. Pierre monitored every performance, intervening if fatigue, dizziness, or other signs of strain appeared. He also coordinated medical supervision, rest schedules, and hydration, transforming the tours into a carefully managed operation prioritizing André's well-being. This father-son collaboration allowed André to continue performing at a high level while avoiding the exhaustion that had previously jeopardized his health. Their bond extended beyond professional duties, creating a sense of shared purpose and protection. Pierre's involvement illustrates how family support can be instrumental in sustaining long-term artistic careers, blending care with strategic planning to enable continued excellence. Evolution of performance. Style. André's health concerns led to a change in his performance style. High-energy pieces were gradually replaced with slower, more contemplative waltzes, allowing him to conserve energy while still delivering memorable concerts. Audiences embraced this shift naturally, experiencing the same emotional impact with gentler arrangements. The modifications were not just a concession to physical limitations, but a way to preserve the quality and integrity of each performance. By adapting the repertoire and pacing, André demonstrated that innovation and sustainability can coexist in the arts. His ability to engage audiences while protecting his health became a hallmark of his later career. This evolution emphasized artistic maturity, balancing passion, technique, and personal well-being. Impact of the pandemic and reflection. The COVID-19 pandemic forced André to pause tours, marking the longest break in his career. Though challenging, this period became a time of reflection, practice, and connection with the orchestra in new ways. The absence from live audiences revealed how deeply he valued the bond with fans and the power of shared musical experiences. When performances resumed, the energy and enthusiasm were unprecedented, highlighting the essential role of live music in human connection. The hiatus also underscored the importance of rest and careful planning, reinforcing lessons learned from previous health challenges. André's pandemic experience demonstrated resilience, adaptability, and a renewed appreciation for the transformative power of music, childhood challenges, and early musical inspiration. André's early life was marked by strict discipline and emotional distance within his family. Growing up in a household that prioritized achievement over affection, he often felt unloved and unsupported. Music became his sanctuary, providing freedom and personal expression beyond the rigid structure of home life. His first violin teacher encouraged him to feel and interpret music rather than merely practice, planting the seeds for his lifelong passion. Despite opposition from his family, including criticism for pursuing waltzes, André remained committed to music. These early experiences shaped his resilience, determination, and deep emotional connection to the violin, laying the foundation for a career that would touch hearts worldwide. Music became both escape and empowerment, allowing him to create a life defined by passion rather than constraint. Founding the Moustri Salon Orchestra. In 1978, André founded the Moustri Salon Orchestra, beginning a new chapter in his musical journey. Comprising young musicians, the orchestra performed in small venues, weddings, and community events, focusing on connecting directly with audiences rather than seeking critical acclaim. The goal was to make classical music approachable and enjoyable, emphasizing joy and participation over strict tradition. This initiative marked the start of André's mission to democratize music, turning concerts into shared experiences rather than distant, formal spectacles. The orchestra's humble beginnings highlighted creativity, passion, and persistence, demonstrating that a meaningful musical journey often starts with dedication and vision rather than resources or recognition. These early steps laid the groundwork for the global success that followed. Rise to global fame. By the late 1980s and 1990s, André Rieu and his orchestra gained international recognition. Their performances combined classical mastery with accessible, joyful presentation, winning over diverse audiences. A pivotal moment came during the UEFA Champions League final, where music transformed the atmosphere, uniting sports fans through rhythm and melody. Albums and DVDs achieved massive success, with André reaching unprecedented popularity for a classical artist. His approach challenged traditional norms, showing that classical music could appeal to mainstream audiences without compromising artistic integrity. While some critics disapproved, audiences celebrated the emotional resonance and accessibility of his performances. André's rise to fame exemplifies how innovation, charisma, and dedication can redefine public perceptions and expand the reach of a traditionally elite art form, adapting to long-term career sustainability. Over the years, André adapted to ensure the longevity of his career. Tours were meticulously planned, travel carefully managed, and medical supervision prioritized. Adjustments to repertoire and pacing allowed him to perform without overexertion, while still delivering emotional and memorable concerts. Collaborations with Pierre and other team members ensured that health considerations guided every decision, reflecting a mature understanding of personal limits. These measures were not signs of retreat but of strategic sustainability, balancing artistic ambition with well-being. André's approach demonstrates that long-term success in the performing arts requires foresight, adaptability, and careful attention to physical and mental health, enabling continued engagement with audiences while preserving vitality. Legacy and continuing influence. André Rieu's career continues to inspire generations of musicians and fans. His dedication to accessibility, emotional authenticity, and family support defines a legacy that extends beyond technical mastery. Tours, performances, and commemorative films like El Sueño Continúa highlight not only artistic achievement, but also the cultural and economic impact of music. Through careful planning and adaptation, André remains active, proving that age, challenges, and adversity do not diminish the power of passion. His story exemplifies resilience, the importance of community, and the ability of art to bridge divides. Audiences experience not just music, but a connection to human perseverance, joy, and hope. André Rieu's journey shows that the influence of a dedicated artist can touch hearts and shape culture across generations. Enduring connection with fans. André's connection with audiences is central to his enduring success. Despite personal and health challenges, he continues to engage deeply with fans, ensuring performances retain energy and emotion. Moments shared with Pierre on stage symbolize family, support, and continuity. Every concert becomes a shared journey, blending tradition, innovation, and emotional authenticity. Fans witness not only skillful performances, but also the human story behind them, creating lasting loyalty and appreciation. This bond demonstrates the profound impact of vulnerability, resilience, and genuine artistry. André's music serves as a bridge, connecting diverse individuals through shared emotion, demonstrating that classical music, when performed with heart and intention, can resonate universally and leave a lasting imprint on audiences everywhere.